Okay, so we're going to discuss the rectangular coordinate system. So the first one, the rectangular coordinate system, is the horizontal line. This is a line that composed of 0 at the middle and a positive number or integers from 0 to the right of the horizontal line, and from 0 to the left of the horizontal line you can see or find the negative numbers or negative integers, and this is called the x-axis. Again, horizontal line is the x-axis, which composed of 0 at the middle, and from 0 to the right is the positive numbers, and from 0 to the left is the negative numbers. The second one is the vertical line. This vertical line is composed of numbers also. This is from 0 at the middle and a positive number going up and a negative number or integers going down. So this is called the y-axis. So a vertical line is called the y-axis, which composed of 0 at the middle. From 0 going up is a positive number, and from 0 going down is a negative numbers. And these two lines that intersect form a perpendicular lines, and the point of their intersection is called the origin. This origin is composed of the ordered pair 0, 0. So, an ordered pair is composed of the x coordinate, where you can find find in the x-axis, and then the y coordinates, where you can see on the vertical line. So this is ordered pair. That's why on the origin we have 0, 0. So on the horizontal and the vertical line we have 4 quadrants. It's a 4 region that divides the coordinates plane. So that is called quadrant. So this quadrant is the section of the coordinate system. So we read this on the counterclockwise. So this one is the first quadrant, or the Q1 on the Roman numeral. Then going here, this will be quadrant 2. And going here is quadrant 3. And on the next part is quadrant 4. So again, the 4 region that is divided in the coordinate system is called quadrant. This is the first quadrant, this is the second quadrant, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. And the direction is counterclockwise on this direction. So what can we find in the quadrant 1? Using the ordered pair xy, we have to locate first the coordinate x. So this one. So here we can find a positive y, positive x. So all positive x. And then on the quadrant, on the y-axis, we can find also a positive y. So on the quadrant 1, both x and y coordinate is positive. Then let's go with the quadrant 2. On the quadrant 2, we have to check again the x coordinate. So we can find here a negative x coordinate. So that is a negative x. Then for the y, this one, we can find a positive y coordinate. So on quadrant 2, negative x coordinate and positive y coordinate, we can find it. Then we go with the third quadrant. On the third quadrant, this is the x coordinate. So this is negative. And then for the y coordinate, this is a negative y. So on the third quadrant, the coordinates will be negative x and negative y. And then for the last region, which is the quadrant 4, again, we have to locate the x coordinate, which is a positive x coordinate, and the y coordinates that we can find here is a negative y coordinate. So this is the part of the coordinate system. Okay. So we have the horizontal line, which is the x-axis, the vertical line, which is the y-axis, the point of intersection, which is called the origin, and their coordinate is 0, 0. So all ordered pair will be defined as x and xy. Then we have the 4 region. We have quadrant 1, we have positive and positive y, positive x and positive y. We have quadrant 2, negative x and positive y. We have quadrant 3, negative x and negative y. Then we have quadrant 4, positive x and negative y. So that is the part of the coordinate system. So this time, let's identify the quadrant or the axis where all these coordinates can be found. So let's have 2, 4. So 2, 4, the x is 2 and the y coordinate is 4. So this can be found on the first quadrant. So the answer here is Q1 or first quadrant. Number 2, negative 1, negative 3. So the x coordinate is negative 1 and the y coordinate is negative 3. So both negative, we can find it here on the quadrant 3. Let's have number 3. 2, negative 3. So the x coordinate is 2 and the y coordinate is negative 3. So this is the x coordinate, which is positive, and this is the negative y coordinate. So we can find it here on the quadrant 4. So how about 0, 5? We all know that 0 is the x coordinate and 5 is the y coordinate. So 0 is here and 5 y coordinate is upward. So here we can find it here. So the answer is on the y axis. Again, 0 is the x coordinate and 5 we can find it here on the positive y-axis, so that we can find it on the y-axis. How about negative 1, 0? Negative 1 is here on the x-axis, and 0 of the y-coordinate is still, it's here. It means negative 1, 0 can be found on the x-axis. So that is how to identify the quadrant of the axis given the coordinates.